Hey friends, what's up? Ash here with Gents. Hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'm gonna be taking a look at some of your hot takes on designer fragrances. Not too long ago, I made a post on the community tab of my YouTube channel and I just asked you guys, what is your hot take on designer scents? Something that maybe goes against the grain a little bit. What is it? Let me know so that I can argue with you about it. Or maybe agree with you. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I had my wife go through and she picked out some of your guys' hot takes and she printed them out for me, and that's what we're doing today. So let's see, are you guys completely insane? Are you off your rocker, or do you have some good points? Let's check it out. Before we jump into today's video, how about a couple codes for you? Gents10 is the code for luckyscent.com and twistedlily.com. It'll save you 10% off those websites. So if you're looking for some niche fragrances, but you don't want to pay full retail, use Gents10. And then Gents8 is good at jomashop.com for $8 off any order over 110. All right, so here they are. I have not looked at them yet. Let's see what kind of damage we're in for. Garrison L says, Paco Rabanne's Phantom is better than 1 Million Elixir. And that's maybe not the hottest take on earth. Do I disagree with you there? Probably, but let's check. Elixir first. I mean, kind of 6 half dozen. For me personally, I'd probably go 1 Million Elixir, but I think if you're a younger guy, Phantom might actually work out better for you. Back when I was young, back in the day, I probably actually would have gone for Phantom. But now I go 1 Million Elixir. Either way, Paco Rabanne's the winner for this one, right? Or the loser, depending on how you look at it. Aldo Rosnev says, Valentino, born in Roma, is not bad. I've said on this channel multiple times, I've contended that Born in Roma is not my thing, but it was a smart move for Valentino, because if you look at Macy's and other stores like that where people are actually going in and buying these fragrances at full retail, Born in Roma is a solid performer. It's usually up toward the top of the best-selling fragrances right now. So obviously, that's good for Valentino. Your average person very much prefers the smell of Born in Roma to Valentino Uomo Intense, as hard as that is for some hardcore fragrance people to accept. Myself included? No, I accept it. It has that freshness, that sweetness that a lot of people are looking for in fragrances nowadays. And if you're after compliments, if you're after versatility, wearability, mass appeal, all that stuff, Born in Roma will crush it at that. So yeah, while people like myself who maybe are a little burned out on the Invictus thing, fragrances smelling slightly similar to that. So yeah, while we're maybe burned out on that a little bit, most people aren't. So I don't actually think it's a bad fragrance. It excels at what it's made to do. I just don't want to wear it. Sunday in the Garage with Mike. It's a very specific name. Salty is not a smell. I gotta disagree with you. Yeah, sorry about that, but I think absolutely there are fragrances out there that you can smell them and go, oh yeah, I can get the salty minerality from this fragrance pretty clearly. I don't want to guess on what you may have or may have not smelled, but there are absolutely fragrances out there that give you a sea salty vibe, where salty is one of the main parts of that accord. And so you can absolutely pick that up, where if you removed that facet of the accord, it would no longer be sea salt. But you guys feel free to chime in the comments. Do you smell the smell of salt, or do you just taste it? Next up, Furious Kenneth. Why are you so mad? The original Armani Code EDT is the best in its line. Yes. So I think that for this one, if you were asking me which Armani Code is the most iconic, it's the original. Which one set the tone? Obviously the original, it came first. Which one of the Armani Code lines is a modern classic, a modern masterpiece? I would say the original. All of that is true. But also what is true is if you said, which Armani Code fragrance do you want to wear nowadays? Armani Code EDT is not the one, at least not for me. I'd rather wear Absolute, Absolute Gold, Profumo, the Eau de Parfum, the Parfum. So it depends on what you're saying is the prerequisite for it being the best. Is it the most iconic? Is that what makes it the best? If so, then yeah, it's the best. Is it the most appealing one to you that you want to wear the most right now? If that's the requirement, then no, it's not the best. For me, I'm speaking. But obviously the line of Code wouldn't exist like it does unless people loved the original so much that it could spawn all these flankers successfully. So if you still love rocking the original one more than any of the others, there's nothing wrong with that. Extro. The Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue line is the best designer fragrance line ever created. I think this is all personal taste, right? So if you love the light blue line, if it makes you happy, go for it. I mean, I can't sit here and tell you, no, it's not the best if it's the best to you. You know, it's all opinion. For me, on a personal level, it's not. My favorites in the line I've spoken about ad nauseum are Light Blue Forever. I like the new Light Blue Italian Love a lot, and then Oh Intense. Some of the flankers I think are kind of on the weaker side, just as far as like how appealing they are to me. And I would say that there are other lines out there that are maybe more important or have more consistent, heavy-hitting fragrance releases in the line that really do it for me. So personally, I'd probably go with something else. But like I said, if you love light blue, more power to you. Rock them and wear them as much as you want. Ding Zhang. Fahrenheit is dated and should only be worn by those alive when it was launched. What? I feel like you got to be on the younger side of things because you're speaking about Fahrenheit like it came out in 1911 or something. Like, you understand it's not that old. I guess you're saying in the sense that younger guys shouldn't wear Fahrenheit, but then if they like wearing it, then I really feel like they should just go ahead and wear it. I don't know. I mean, the fragrance came out in the late 80s, like 1988. So, I mean, it's... It's not like there's this tiny little sliver of fraction of the population that was alive when that released. It's actually a lot of people. And I guess you could say Fahrenheit's dated in the sense that fragrances coming out nowadays obviously wouldn't smell like Fahrenheit because it has that petrol leather, that gasoline vibe coming through very strongly. But that DNA is shown to still be able to work with fragrances like Fahrenheit Le Parfum. So yeah, I feel personally attacked here. Thanks a lot. BT WX22. Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum is sickly and not as great as people say. Too hyped. Sickly? Or do you mean sick? So I think you mean that. This is something that crops up from time to time where a fragrance is very popular. It sells like crazy. People almost universally like it. And then somebody doesn't like it and they feel like everybody else is wrong. All of this stuff is subjective. All of this is opinion. Like, I can pick up Dior Homme Intense and say, this is one of the best things I've ever smelled in my life. And then I could hand it to some guy who, you know, isn't into fragrances at all. He could smell it and go, oh, this sucks. This smells like lipstick. It's garbage. Why would you ever wear this? To me, that guy is wrong. And that guy is uneducated and doesn't have class and sophistication. Just playing. And neither one of us are necessarily correct because we each have our own viewpoints on this stuff. So again, going back to Macy's here or Sephora or wherever, it's more important a lot of times to see what's selling at those stores because those people are buying those fragrances at full retail. People making these fragrances maybe don't care as much about, oh, wow, we're selling really well on the gray market. No, they want to be selling this stuff at full retail. That's where they make their money. Le Male Le Parfum, since its release, has been pretty close to the top of designer fragrances right now on the market. It's outselling stuff like Dolce & Gabbana's K, like Gucci Guilty, new ones like Luna Rossa Ocean, Valentino Uomo Born in Roma, Coral Fantasy. It's outselling a lot of stuff, so people are buying it. And then on Fragrantica, which is a website that's really well known for having trolls that love to downvote just about anything in existence, it has a 4.45 out of 5. So basically a 9 out of 10. So this is one of those deals where you're just gonna have to say, I don't like it, but I understand everyone else does like it, and that's okay. And yeah, I do like Le Male Le Parfum. Sorry. Just add light. The fragrance industry was diagnosed with malignant lymphoma in 2010 and officially died in 2015. Zombie Nation began in 2020. The end of the world is upon us, the end of the fragrance world. Start stocking supplies, start digging bunkers, store all the fragrances that you need deep underground. I need to start a new channel now, a prepper channel for fragrances. Avi Golem. If Terry Mugler relaunched their A-Men line with redesigned bottles and made them readily available in malls and fragrance stores as opposed to the rare Pokemon card status that bottles like Pure Havana struggle with, they'd be the ultimate versatile men's fragrance line, rivaling Armani Code and Mugler A-Men. I think that you are completely friggin' correct. Yeah. Mugler is a brand that to me just, it makes no sense. I did a video a while back talking about brands that are almost dead to me because they just seem to have nothing going on. One of those brands was Mugler because they just, what are you doing? The people in charge over there right now, what are you doing? The A-Men line had some of the sickest fragrance releases. Fragrances that everybody wanted to get their hands on. We're talking Pure Malt, Pure Havane, Ultra Zest as well. Some of the other ones didn't hit as hard as those three, but they were still well respected. They really kind of made a mistake with Pure Shot though. Holy crap. If you don't know about that, feel free to Google Mugler Pure Shot. But yeah, it's very goofy. They had an awesome line of fragrances with the A-Men line to the point that everybody was getting hyped every year waiting for the new release. And like I said, some of those hit hard. But unfortunately, instead of wanting to keep that line going and fleshing it out more and keeping the heavy hitters around long term, they were just like, oh, everything's limited edition, huh? And the bottles, the sprayer also sucked, yeah. But then, in their infinite wisdom, they decided finally to launch Alien Man, a fragrance line that had been requested for years and years and years. And what did they do? They completely screwed it up. Now, there are some people out there that love Alien Man and think that it's very unique and different and interesting and this, that, the other thing. But the sales tell the story. The public at large is not a big fan of the Alien Man line. And then they came out with Alien Man Fusion, Alien Man Mirage, and yeah, nothing. I would absolutely be pumped if they brought back the A-Men line. That would be fantastic. Family, dad, cooking. Encre Noir Sport makes me afraid of the word Vetiver. Now, I am a self-professed Vetiver lover, but I have heard from many people over the years that Vetiver is a note that they just can't mess with. They can't wear, they can't pull it off. They don't know why anybody would want to wear it. So I understand. I've heard it a million times. And truth be told, if you smell Encre Noir Sport, which is the most wearable, I would say, of the Encre Noir line, and the Vetiver in that makes you just go, oh, like, you know, start having heart palpitations, then maybe Vetiver's not for you. You know, maybe visit it a little on down the road. You could go for something even safer, something like a Tom Ford Gray Vetiver maybe. See if you can pull that one off. But yeah, it's not uncommon. This video is running really long, so we're gonna cut it right there. We'll do some more of these in the future. Watch on the community tab. I'll make a new post before too long where you can throw up some more hot takes and we'll talk about them. Thank you for hanging with me. Thanks for your support. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later. Why can't I speak? Yeah.